where influence meets inspiration, where talent tells a story. Welcome to Celebrity Corner, the shows that brings you face to face with entertainers, fashion designers, and business executives shaping the culture.
Celebrity Corner. Celebrity Corner.
Celebrity Corner.
Celebrity Corner.
Celebrity Corner is on.
Yeah, boy, this name is not a car. Celebrity Corner.
Real stories, real success, real impact. Join us every Friday, 7:30 p.m. only on Ellen TV with your host, DJ Weezy the Boss. See. So what a pleasant day to say hello, welcome. This is Celebrity Corner on the Liberia National Television, also live on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. You already know my name is Don Weezy, and this is where talent meets influence and social tells a story. Interestingly, today we are here with our Liberian writer, Sopo James Saley.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
Yeah, so
First day, welcome to Liberia.
thank you, my bro.
You live on Celebrity Corner.
To all the viewers, thank you. Thanks for watching. Good morning, good afternoon, whatever you.
I love the swag. Simple,
Simple and
easy. So how long you been in Liberia since you came?
I've been here for like 3 days.
Okay.
On 4 days, and I actually came from just for a week.
Okay. So what's the feeling like since you got back?
I mean, you always feel welcoming. Like, we've been away for so many years. We started traveling since almost 2014, 2015. But every time I get home, I feel like this place is a home for me, regardless of how many countries or what country I live in. I always feel like this place is just.
How are you managing with the ministerial complex traffic, you know? The last time I called, you said you were actually in the
to
traffic.
be honest, it's being really tough, especially when you have a traffic where you don't know where everybody's going. People just head to
Don't know why everybody's going.
Yeah. And sometimes you are going on the other end, you see another person coming around. You know, it's kind of crazy, but you know, these things come with development. Yeah. And before you get development, you need to go through some stages of tough activities and stuff. Yeah. So I mean, we understand.
So let's get straight into it. What inspired you to write your first book? Let's get straight into it.
Honestly, I got inspired to write this book based on personal, involvement.
Okay.
I got inspired to write based on what I see in my community as a lot of deficiencies that we see when it comes to relationship, when it comes to marriages.
Okay.
Those are the things that really inspire me, because I believe that if we don't have somebody that will put something into writing, we could make a mistake today, and the next generation will make the same mistake.
Are you a victim of marriage?
Huh?
Are you a victim of marriage?
Oh yes, I am. I am a victim of marriage, I can say. But in another word,
So it's like you putting your anger into the book.
no, it's not really about anger.
Okay.
It's about just letting people know what they did not know, or what they have not seen. That's why I titled the book "The Untold in Relationship and Marriage."
Okay.
Because a lot of people don't see what happened with him. They don't know what is going on with him.
Right.
They only see probably what comes on social media.
Right.
And so I took my time to really cook this book and put everything in it where if you are single, you are married, you are divorced, you are dating, there's some kind of lesson in the book for you.
Let's talk about your journey as a writer. When did you start?
I started writing long ago.
Okay.
I've written songs for some artists, which these are confidential things that we just don't want to give out like that. So I've been a writer from high school. Literally, I do a lot of writing. So it has been something that has always been on my mind, to be able to publish something out there. And not forgetting, I have the second book coming out.
Okay.
And the second one is about let me just throw a little light before we come. The second book is all about motivation. You know, I'm motivating people that no matter where you come from, no matter where you were born, whatever the situation is, your life can change based on your mentality.
Let's come back to the first book, the Untold story.
Untold in
When did you realize this story needed to be written?
Okay.
At what point did you realize that I need to write this for people to read?
I got to realize that when I went through my own experience,
Okay.
then the icing got on the cake more when I started seeing stories on social media from different relationships, different marriages. I was like, okay, I already have my piece of cake.
Including my story.
Yeah, I've already
saw my
had my story. I speak your story. You know, I've had my story, and then I'm seeing your story. I'm seeing Richmond's story. I'm seeing my boy Raheem's story. I'm like, you know what? These are the things that, you know, just encourage me more to say, you know what? This is the time. I've had the idea to read this book, but I was waiting for the right time to do it.
Right.
Yeah, and as soon as I read Momaking, I was like, you know what? This is the time to do it, and I went ahead.
Without giving too much, let's talk about the book. What is in it? What is in this book?
Okay. In this book, we highlight mistakes,
Okay.
regrets, growth, and betrayal. So those are things that happen in our day-to-day life. You know, a lot of us have been betrayed when it comes to relationship. A lot of people have made a mistakes that they regret today.
Right.
And a lot of people have regretted those mistakes that they made or those decisions that they took.
Right.
So I compile all of those things within a book where I explain to you, I mention, I discuss about mistakes, regrets, betrayal, and that of the growth aspect.
Who are you targeting? What's this message going to? Who are you targeting in this book? Are you targeting people that have been broken in relationship? Are you targeting people trying to get into relationship? Who are you targeting?
So honestly, the first base target is people who have been betrayed, people who have been broken, people who have made mistakes.
Okay.
The second base target is people who are thinking, or people who are considering getting into relationship, people who are considering getting married, people who are considering maybe getting a divorce. That's why I said the book, I diverse the book in a way that it's not just for one group of people.
Okay.
Because relationship thing is something that we've been into a long time, bro. Like we have experienced different type of relationship. So
Different heartbreak.
So I open the book in the point where if you are just about to get married, you got a lesson to learn.
Let me ask you this question: do men really cry after breakup? After being frustrated or disappointed, do men really cry?
Honestly, I would say this: yes, men do cry. The only thing I would tell you, men don't cry loud. Men don't voice out loud.
Did you reach a particular point in life from a broken relationship that you sat in your corner, maybe in your car, in your house, and shed tears?
Did you reach that point? I reached a point where I would drive at home, sit in my car, and I would just think out loud, and sometimes I shed my little tears, and I will come back to myself like, you know, hey, bro. I always say, you can do this, Sopo. You know, Sopo is okay. You have tried, and, you know. And that's one point I mentioned in the book where I say, I'd rather to try and fail than to just sit and feel myself into my head.
And can you blame yourself for some of those few relationships?
As an honest writer, and the book is non-fiction, so that means everything.
Let's think about the book a bit. I want to be personal. Those few relationships.
Yes,
can you blame yourself for some?
Yeah, there are point in time where I blame myself, and I put that in the book.
Okay.
So it's not going to be a bias story where somebody just he only wrote to, you know, like maybe get at other people and keep himself up. There are points in my life I myself have sat in my own corner and say, yes, I messed up. I did something wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to put the entire ideas together? I mean, the writing of the book. How long?
Honestly, the idea of this book came to me like almost 3 years, and I started writing. And you know, like some people would say, we just had AI then coming to start helping people, but these were things I have to sit and read one chapter after the other.
Okay.
When I get, you know, distracted, I will leave it, go about my normal day, 2-3 days a week after. When the story come back together, then I go and continue writing. So I took my time. It took me 3 years to compile this book to where it is.
Let's talk about some of the challenges in publishing. What was the biggest challenge you faced as a first-time writer? The biggest challenge you can point to?
You know,
writing for the first time.
People, we talk about dishonesty. It's everywhere. Even in the great United States, there are people who are dishonest. One of the problems that I had, and one of the challenges that I had was getting a publishing company. And they, you know, people will say it's easy, but it's not as easy when you are busy working. When you are a man and work 2 jobs, 3 jobs, and you're writing a book, it's not easy. So not all the time you will have to drive somewhere physically. So people, you have to talk to them online.
Right.
And I think I dealt with one who scammed me out of my first $300. I was trying, he sent me an office, a location and everything. Oh, you can sign the agreement, we can do the book. Boom, and I sent him the first 150. He sent me something a little script. You know, it's the first time thing, so it's not something I'm ready to come to.
Right.
And I believe in, I sent him the other money, brute. The guy went blank. WhatsApp call, no way. Checkout, no way. So I had to move on to another person. So that was one of the difficult moments that I had.
What advice could you give to somebody watching this video, dreaming of becoming an author? They want to get into writing. What advice, an honest advice, would you give them?
My only advice would be, I always tell myself, not just people, that anything is possible. If you can dream it, if you can work on it, if you can push yourself beyond the limit, you can get it done. But it's something that you can do. It's not impossible, but it requires time, it requires focus, it requires dedication and more attention. Yeah.
Well, folks, Celebrity Corner on the Liberia National Television is where talent meets influence and success tells a story. Sopo James Saley is my guest. We're talking about his first book published, The Untold
In
Relationship and Marriages. It's something interesting you need to read. Sopo, let me come back to you.
Okay.
What message do you hope readers can get from your book?
The message that I want this book to give out is love actually can survive mistakes.
Love can survive
mistakes, but it can't survive
I don't get
disrespect.
it. I don't get it. Love can survive mistakes. I don't get that.
When you love somebody, when you get to a point where you know they took a decision, but honestly that decision was not meant to you to the result that they gave.
Right.
From your honest opinion, you know that was a mistake or that was just a mad error the person made. But if you get to know that something is on a repeated basis, I call that disrespect.
Okay.
So relationship, marriage can survive mistakes, but it can survive disrespect.
What debate do you hope after reading this book will sparkle? What debate will spark from this book when someone read this book?
One of the debates that I know will spark would be long distance relationship maintenance. That's one of the debates. Another debate that I know very well that people, or some people who have already read the book that brought it to me was, what is the difference between love and just a relationship? I give the synopsis, I give the difference between you loving somebody and you just being in a relationship with somebody. That's one. Another debate that somebody brought to me was, oh my gosh, I'm trying to get the question the way the lady put it. There was another debate that she brought about that has to do with respect and love between men, because I compare what men consider as love and what women consider as love. And I give her, you know, and the book is so practical. Like I made it so easy that you don't need to go take dictionary to start defining words, because I wanted it to get to the reader and to the least person.
Right.
So I give the difference between respect and love, how men sees love and how women sees love, and how women sees respect and how women see respect.
And then a follow-up question to that: what is the best way to maintain a long-distance relationship based on your own experience? What's the best?
To maintain a long distance relationship, the best way to do it is one thing I said and I'll say it again. Honesty is just one. That's the first thing. You have to be honest. You have to be in a position to be that person that communicate and comprehend the communication.
Right.
Most long distance relationships, they communicate, but they don't comprehend what they communicate. And if you don't comprehend the communication aspect, then you are wasting time, you are wasting effort, you are wasting a lot of resources.
I agree. Is this the beginning of a writing career, or you just doing it for part time?
Honestly, this
How involved will you be?
Honestly, this is the beginning of a writing career.
Okay.
I've started with the first one, the second is coming, and there's a third one coming, and it's going to continue.
How can people get a copy of your book?
The book is on all platforms. The book is on all platforms. You can get this book from eBay, you can get it from Amazon, you can get it from Barnes and Nobles. Like I got it almost like 7 to 8 platforms.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you can't get it on eBay, you go to Amazon. If you can't get it on Amazon, you go on KDP. If you can't get it on KDP, you go on Barnes and Nobles. You'll find the book.
So let's come to some quick fire session. Can you describe this book in just 3 words?
In 3 words, I would say the book is educative, informative, and most of all, it is kind of about, I don't know what word to use. It's kind of about interactive when it comes to your day-to-day life.
Who's your favorite writer in the world? Who do you follow?
One of my favorite writers in the world has been the late Reverend Dr. Miles Monroe.
Okay.
He's from the Bahamas, but he's late now.
Are you a morning writer or a midnight writer?
Technically, I would say a late night writer.
Okay.
You know, when I sleep, I get up around 2 a.m. That's when I start to recuperate all the.
What is this? What is this one chapter in this book that you are very proud of?
The one chapter in the book I'm proud of is where I discuss the reason I wrote the book.
Okay. Which chapter is that?
That should be the first chapter.
Okay.
And I give out almost every reason why I wrote the book.
Can you give me just one sentence that can encourage someone to buy this book? Just one sentence to encourage someone to buy.
Okay, let me just show you something. The one sentence that I want somebody to buy is right here, the last paragraph.
Okay.
This isn't a general advice. This is a survival wisdom from someone who has been there, lost it all, learn what actually lasts. Choose wisely, love deeply, start all over if you must.
I don't get that.
You get that point.
This isn't general advice. This is survival wisdom for someone who's been there. Meaning you have been
there.
You are seeing a lot. Lost it all. You either lost a relationship or you learn about it. And choose wisely, love deeply, and start over if you must. So what's the main advice here? Because you give it a lot of options.
Yeah. We want you to choose wisely. Because if you choose wisely, it will prevent you from lost. Okay, if you don't choose wisely, you already get lost, then you must be able to be in a position to start all over. Because once you don't choose wisely, that means you have already made a first error.
Right.
And that error will only lead from one problem to the other.
Right.
So the next thing you got to tell yourself is, I love myself, I love my peace, and you know, I like you, I love you, but at this point,
I can make it.
I can't, so I will have to take my time to restart. And in that process is when I talk about what start over if it's a must.
Sopo, we've been having a very wonderful experience. Just before we close, what is this one movement in life that you will regret?
There are several things, several decisions we have made and regret. That one moment
That you will regret.
regret
Even up
so
to
much.
today, you still regret.
I would say, I don't want to make it seem that it's something that I haven't gotten over. But one moment that I regret, I would say this, was by getting into a marriage with a person that you don't know that much. And I always say to my friends, my colleagues,
You marry a stranger?
don't marry a stranger. Talk to them, communicate.
Did you marry a stranger?
I will actually say it was not really like I married a stranger. The point was we didn't have the comprehension on the communication aspect. And this is one thing I will tell you. When you communicate and don't comprehend when you communicate between both parties, it's a waste of time.
You tell me. I've been there.
Okay, I'm just telling you from my own perspective. Don't, because once that communication is not aligning,
Right.
once the comprehension aspect of that communication, and I give a simple scenario, and that scenario went in favor of the women. So I know some of them when they're reading it, will be laughing.
Right.
I said, if your boyfriend told you he was coming from work and going for a meeting or going to a party to hang out with a friend, but he'll be home at 10 o'clock, and then 9:15 you didn't see him. 9:45, 10 o'clock he didn't come, 10:15 to 11 he didn't come, you didn't see him home. The next thing that will click to your mind is to take your phone and call or text because you want to know why he communicated 10 o'clock but now it's beyond 10 he haven't come. And the only point that I see there is the communication was not understood. He told you he was coming at 10, but now it's 11 o'clock, you can see him. So that means he gave you the communication as a female, but he did not understand the communication, which is a comprehension aspect. Because he fully understood that communication by 10 o'clock and he should coming, he'll text, you will even call and send a text, say, baby, I told you 10 o'clock, but it's 10:15, I can't make it, I'm still hanging out, I'm still a little time. Then that means he understood the assignment, but because he didn't understand it, now he put you in a position where you have to be checking on.
I agree.
And if he's a man in that position where he feel that he okay with what he's doing, poof, it will start sparking small, problem. That's why I said the book is for both male and females. Some part of the women that will laugh while they're reading it, some part will get fair, but anyway, that's why we put it. That's how.
So, what's the final message just before I leave you on this interview?
My final message to our people is this. You can't defend what you don't know. I always say it to people, anything you don't know, you can't defend it. And I will quote my mentor when it comes to writing, the late Reverend Dr. Miles Monroe. He said, if you want to disgrace a man, don't fight him, don't kick him, don't do nothing. Give him a responsibility that he can't carry. He will put himself flat on the floor, he will disgrace himself without you telling him nothing. So don't get into a relationship on a dark end. Communicate, understand the communication, be who you are. Learn the best that you can. If you have a chance, purchase this book, read it so that it can give you access, to quality communications and a lot of mistakes that other people have made. The best way we change is by learning from other people's mistakes. Because if you say you want to learn from your own mistake, some mistakes you may not survive it. It will be too late.
All right, folks, that all we have time for on Celebrity Corner. Thanks to Sopo James Saley. He has been my guest. We've been talking about this new book, The Untold in Relationship and Marriage, Long Distance Relationship. It's everywhere. You can get a copy of it. Thanks for watching. My name is Don Weezy, and the next time we'll be back on your television screen. Thanks to Editor Smith, the man always behind my camera. Thanks for watching. Where influence